9:28. Good morning. It is the Coffee Club, and it's a Thursday. So our friend Christine joins us from Reese and Riley's Olive Oil and Bistro Bar, who reminded me, by the way, because of National Oreo Day, it's time to make an Oreo cake, right? So I see that's what you did.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Can't have National Oreo Day without Oreos.
How awesome are you?
And they're way better in a cake form, aren't they?
I should say so. This looks. Thank you for the toothbrush, by the way. That's fantastic.
It's National Dentist Day too, and
yes.
National Dress Day. I mean, let's just name all of them.
So
right?
we're brushing with olive oil. Do you do oil pulling?
I don't. I do brush my teeth with olive oil, though.
Okay.
You do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I
Tell
gave
me
you a
about that,
toothbrush. Yes. So actually, there's new studies that find that olive oil whitens your teeth.
All right,
Guys.
let me try
Plus,
some.
I can give you a cup too.
Okay.
So
if
are you?
you
Do
can
you
pour a
brush
little.
your teeth with toothpaste and then you brush them with olive oil, or you do it before, or you just exclusively use the olive oil?
I do both. So that's why I brought my toothpaste that I use, which is plant-based.
Really?
Yes.
And
it
now,
does
do you
not-
carry that in the?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, we switched over to this.
Okay.
This is from Chernot. It's gluten-free, GMO-free.
You know what we say at Reese and Riley's? Either you're healthy or you're not.
Oh, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, sugar-free. It has no fluoride in it. It's vegetarian. Silver nanotech. So this alone has been shown to give you whiter teeth. This toothpaste.
Okay.
So I use it in conjunction. So like last night, I usually do the oil in the evening with my toothpaste, and then in the morning I just brush my teeth. So it's on my teeth kind of as I'm sleeping. But olive oil also will reduce the inflammation on your gums, preventing gingivitis.
Gingivitis?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's another song I remember from when I was a kid, Bonnie. The We Make Holes in Teeth, the cavity creeps.
They call
Remember?
me Yuck Mouth
Yeah, yeah.
because I don't brush.
Exactly.
Oh, I like my teeth like this. You remember that?
Yeah,
You're not old enough.
No,
exactly.
Got
I've
some
never
roast
heard
beef in my teeth, a little chicken Jew. How's about a kiss? It was
Yeah.
this big blob
Oh
creature.
my gosh.
Saturday morning television growing up was the best.
Crest always had the big cavity creeps campaign to make kids brush. You know, we're the cavity crepes. We make holes
Maybe
in
they
teeth.
should bring
Yeah.
that back.
Well, hey, I grew up Mr. Yuck, and you didn't see me chugging anything from under the sink. So
That's so funny. They should bring that back
Yeah.
as a new campaign for,
exactly.
you know,
It'd help with the kids that don't like to brush. Trust me,
Yes.
I'm sure you do battle too in your house, as I did when my kids were little.
It took one time where both of my kids, Connor has not had any cavities until this last, like literally a couple weeks ago, they went in and he had 2. And that was the first time in 12 years, you guys. That's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's been slacking. He's in his teenager years, so he's lazy.
You know, my latter half, I guess I would probably say maybe my 14, 15-ish, I had a little explosion where I had probably 3 or 4. And then, you know, when you're going to the dentist and getting the
It's not fun.
Novocaine needle and the
Yeah.
drilling and the fillings, then it's like, hey, I don't want any more of these.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I think sometimes that's all it takes is one, right?
Yeah.
And to get that. Yeah. And remember when the Novocaine shots were like this big device that
Yeah.
they're like,
It was
it's like they were going to.
the actual syringe looked like the ones we used to give the cattle on the farm, you know. Just,
traumatizing.
yeah.
Yes, it is. I hate going to the dentist. I'm right there with you. But Jackson, he's 5 now. He just turned 5 on Monday and he has not had one cavity.
Do your kids use the same toothpaste?
Yes, they
Okay.
do.
Interesting.
Yep. Yep. And they obviously eat oil and vinegar. I don't think any of them really brushed with olive oil. I haven't seen any of them get on that mom bandwagon yet. But yeah, you can. So if you want to try it,
Sure.
just take that little cup of oil that I gave you, drizzle it on the toothbrush. If you want an empty cup, I think you can get it on
Do you
there.
need a cup to spit in, Ronnie? Here.
Well, and that's the thing too. So like if your teeth are clean or, you know, like I think it's good just to like eat it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
you
'cause
can
you've already,
swallow it. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you're kind of wasting like really good
Olive oil.
olive oil.
Look at Ronnie. I should be videotaping.
Yes, you should. I mean, he's a good participant. And you can take like before and afters if you start doing this, you guys, and see that your teeth do get whiter. They literally do.
Do your teeth feel smoother, Ronnie? He's still brushing away. Very good.
They do feel very smooth.
Yes. And the other thing too is sometimes you'll get it on your lips, so you can use it as a lip balm, which has been awesome for me this week because I had this cold sore that I had gotten last week. It's helped heal my cold sore. But you can use the olive oil also as a lip balm. And, if you really wanted to, you could replace your toothpaste with this because it does all the things that your toothpaste is going to do, only in a natural form.
Just straight
Oily.
olive oil, not necessarily even the toothpaste.
Correct.
Interesting.
There are many studies that promote this, you guys. This is facts. So, and a lot of people don't know what they're using for toothpaste,
This has actually a pretty nice little aftertaste.
Doesn't it? It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. It's kind of like, almost like, in a way, if you were to, you melted a little butter to pour on your popcorn, it's like what your teeth would be if you just had a little swig of that butter.
Little butter on it. Yeah. Very smooth,
Yeah.
And getting that on your gums
Is it
going
whiter
to,
already?
Your
pretty
teeth
white
look
teeth.
Very white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice job, Ronnie.
It's going to help with not getting any infection or bacteria in your gums and your teeth. You guys, it's
Well,
money.
I'm getting a little older these days. I probably don't have to, tell that to anybody, but I got a little bit of the, not so much the gingivitis and stuff like that, but a little recession on some of the
sure.
incisors. Would that help with any of that kind of stuff? Or?
I don't know. I feel like it would. I started it last year, like really heavy core. So I'm waiting to go back this year to see if my dentist noticed because I told them to.
Yeah.
So obviously they always, count your teeth, check your bite, all the things, measure your teeth. So it's going to be interesting just to see what, I actually discovered this because I went to Nashville for New Year's Eve a year and a half ago.
How was that?
It was good.
Nice.
New Year's Eve. Yeah.
I bet it would
But
be. Yeah.
I don't use the Crest or Aquafresh or any of those toothpastes. And so I just did a carry-on, right? So I didn't check any luggage and I forgot a little travel size toothpaste, but I always bring this. And this is what I brought too to show you. This is a 60 milliliter bottle that you can carry on.
I was going to say that looks about the size of liquid
Yes.
they let you bring.
Yeah, so you can carry this on. So I had this for removing my makeup, and the next morning I got up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have any toothpaste. What am I going to use? You know what I mean, to brush my teeth. And so I saw this and I'm like, light bulb went off again. And so I started Googling it and looking it up, and I found some studies that they've done on olive oil with brushing your teeth, and sure enough.
Does it matter what kind of olive oil, like extra virgin?
Well,
Da-da-da?
obviously. Yes.
It has extra virgin olive oil?
Yes,
Okay.
because you can't go to the store and get olive oil because that's not olive oil. This
Right.
is 100% olive oil, ultra premium olive oil. You could even do I think the lemon would be good or the blood orange.
I think it would
Oh,
be
yeah,
too
you
because
It's
get
citrus.
flavor in there.
Yeah.
yeah, you want a little bit of like when you brush with any of those minted toothpaste,
Yes.
you have the little aftertaste.
Yeah.
Where it's,
The granules, does anybody like that?
Well, I don't do the I would imagine baking soda is
Yeah,
probably a little more
gross.
granular. I don't do any
Chalky.
of that. I have the Sensodyne, so I'm guessing I don't know if that would help with sensitivity. I guess maybe it would. I don't know.
I don't think that your teeth would be as sensitive because
Right.
you'd be reducing the inflammation and anything that would be causing the sensitivity.
Certainly reducing the friction. Yeah, they are smooth. This is what
Isn't it crazy?
This is what a pool cue feels like. Yeah, all right.
So give it a whirl on National
interesting.
Dentist Day.
There you go.
Okay,
The things
yes.
we learn on this show.
I know, right?
Wow.
Pretty soon they'll be selling olive oil for toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
How come nobody's made a toothpaste with olive oil in it?
Yeah.
I wonder
There
if
you
they
go, Crest.
I wonder if they have. Maybe there's some, what would you call it, a vegan store? Maybe there's some place out there that
I don't know. It would
has
be
something like
great,
that.
wouldn't
Yeah,
it, to
yeah.
have a toothpaste made with olive oil? Mm-hmm. That could be
some natural product store. Maybe
Yeah.
it's in development. Who knows?
Well, and it makes it. I don't know what they would put in toothpaste that would make it not vegetarian or vegan. Doesn't that spark a question in your head when you see on my tooth it says, or toothpaste it says vegetarian friendly. Why? What are we putting in toothpaste that makes it not vegetarian? What is actually?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess I don't know.
Byproducts from animals like that is going in toothpaste.
Could be, and it could be. You never know. Yeah,
I know, it's crazy. So you should have, ate the cake first. But after you eat a piece of cake, then you can brush your teeth with olive oil today.
Okay. I just thought I would do that first, and then I've already got the olive oil drizzle for the cake.
That's true. Yeah. And maybe the cake won't stick to your teeth as much now. Let's do that.
That's kind of what I was thinking there, pre-planning there, yeah.
So this is my version of an Oreo cake. So not to like overdo it on the Oreos, because obviously they are a more processed food.
Yeah.
Or cookie. So this is a chocolate better than sex cake version, right? The base.
Okay.
And then it has cream de mint and the Oreos on top. So you kind of get that Oreo flavor, but still like not overkill on the cookie.
Did you balsamic? Is that what you drizzled on?
Dark chocolate balsamic in it.
Oh,
and then it's made with butter, olive oil. So a healthier version for Oreos today. If you're not, if you're eating.
It's really good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it helps cut through like the sweetness of it with the balsamic, obviously with
creamy frosting, a nice spongy cake. Yeah, that's really
good. Yeah. So what do you guys do with Oreos? Do you eat like the commercials, eat the cream filling?
Pull them apart?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have.
My 5-year-old. That's what he won't eat because he doesn't like chocolate.
Oh, so he just eats the filling?
Yes, how weird is that?
Then he gets stuck eating the cookies. They just go in the garbage?
Yes.
Or mom gets them.
I'm not a big, I can eat like 1 or 2 Oreos, but I don't know. All that stuff.
I got to tell you, this is probably with the small crumbles that you've got on here.
Yeah.
This is probably the first time I've had an Oreo, and I bet you about 5 years.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's not something that I reach for.
Just a time in my life where, you start going, I don't know, do I really need to eat all of this sorts of, you're having Doritos every day, you're having cookies every day. I changed my diet.
Sure.
So a lot of that stuff I really don't have as often anymore.
Do you miss it though, or?
I really don't.
Yeah.
And I think it's good just because when you come in every Thursday, we talk about these things with the balsamics and the olive oils where if I have a salad with diced chicken breast or marinated chicken breast, the crumbles of the blue cheese or stuff like that, I could drizzle something on like that instead of a salad dressing that's loaded with sugar, like your Thousand Island that I love, your French's. And you want to eat it because it tastes good, so it's easier to alter your diet a little bit in that way and not eat all of the crap that I've been ingesting.
Your body adjusts
to
once you start eliminating that sugar.
Because during the baseball season, I'm a bachelor. You get home at 5 o'clock. Hey, I want to watch the game. Well, I'm going to throw a 12 package of hot dogs in here, and here's 3 hot dogs in the bun, mustard and ketchup, and that's what I would eat at night for supper. While obviously a salad with a vinaigrette or olive oil is a little better for you.
It's healthier.
Yeah.
And then that is the big thing too. I'm somebody who you jostle around a little bit at night when you sleep. There are times where I am on my stomach. I roll over and do this deal, sleeping with my left hand way up. And when I do that, I tend to be more apt to heartburn. Well, if you don't feel as full eating the right kind of foods, I would imagine you're less likely to get the heartburn.
Yeah.
So,
you're not overfilling yourself. I think too, like just for me personally, we're on 10 years of using these products. So I feel like my body went through like an absolute detox. Like I just like stuff like this, like I could take a bite or two and I would be totally fine afterwards.
And it's good for a little treat. There's nothing wrong with maybe treating yourself once in a while, as long as you're not eating this stuff consistently every single day.
Everything in moderation.
Yes, but it's like before using the oils and vinegars, like that would have been super appealing.
Yeah.
It would have been like, oh my God, I need a huge piece. I would have ate the whole thing and felt miserable afterwards and thought nothing of it. And now it's like I can look at it, I can smell it, I could take a little bite and still not want it. It's weird. It's
And
so
be satisfied with the
yeah,
smaller amount.
it's just so crazy how things that even, my kids want every once in a while that I'm like, ugh, I'll try it, thinking that in my brain is telling me, yeah, you want that because you used to eat that and it sounds appealing. And then I take a bite and then I'm like, no, ew. It's like, I don't know. It's so strange.
Well, and then, some of the medications that I'm on now too for type 2
Yeah.
are a large appetite suppressant. So I find myself a lot these days too. Like I'll have a couple of bites if my wife I know has made a veggie pizza where she smashes stuff down into a thin crust and then puts vegetables on top of it with chicken and everything else. I'll have one piece. Oh, I'm full.
I like the man description of my wife just smashes the stuff into the crust.
Oh, she does. She does. I mean, she has done crusts both with smashing chicken into a crust.
Oh, really?
And then also smashed, I believe it was cauliflower.
Okay.
She bought the cauliflower at the store and then just finite crushed it into a crust. And I used to think, when you bought those cauliflower pizzas at the store, hey, I'm really going to feel good about, because I'm getting a cauliflower pizza crust. Well, then you turn the box over and see all the sodium and everything else because it's a processed cauliflower pizza crust, and you don't feel so good about it.
Yeah, you need to make it yourself
Right.
with just cauliflower.
Smash it.
Smash it down.
Yes.
Add some oil to smooth it out.
But I mean, she does typically a lot of marinated chicken breasts with the olive oil and vinaigrette that you have given us. I believe she adds on a dash of a seasoning she likes, a Taizan seasoning. And we have a fair amount of that stuff as well. And it's good food. I mean, she makes it to the point where it's got a little spice to add some taste and you don't feel like you're eating something that's bland.
Yeah.
And you're still not overfilling yourself. You're getting what you need. And that's it.
Whole foods, the least processed.
Yeah.
I think whole foods too just make you feel differently. Like they're not processed. They don't have like this heavy weight on them, when you're eating.
And you know
them.
what you're eating.
Yes, I know. That's so funny when like people talk about like what they ate. I'm like, well, what did you actually eat? Because like you didn't eat a frozen pizza. You ate like 500 chemicals.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Read the label.
Yes. Because it wasn't just cheese, crust, and pepperoni, because that's not what a processed food is. It's like a list this long that we can't
They're
pronounce.
putting things in there so we crave it, whether it's sugar or
Yeah,
salt
that
or
and
whatever.
making it shelf stable, making it sit in a freezer for a long period of time so that it doesn't go bad, so that we buy it as consumers. Yeah, there's all these things that they have to do to the food to literally make it last. Because can you imagine if we only sold fresh everything? Like, the food would go bad probably faster. Or maybe it wouldn't because everyone would be buying it.
We'd all be skinny.
Yes. Kind of like they do in Europe.
Yes, exactly.
They get chickens or eggs from that day from the chicken coop and milk from the cows that morning. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just was telling somebody about that the other day. I mean, growing up on a farm, we had those things. You brought a pitcher down from the bulk tank and put it on the pasteurizer, and then you had a cold pitcher in the fridge. But you had toast, you had eggs, you had bacon. You had a nice big breakfast or whatever. But I don't remember being like super pudgy when I was a kid. You had work to do. You went out and worked things off. And so
that's how people stayed slender. But they also, like bread, right? They made their bread fresh in the morning, like I remember my grandma making fresh bread and rolls and whatever it was, and doing the same thing, making butter out of the cream, and everything was fresh.
Yeah,
So-
doing the old my grandma, and when it was combine season, you had the iron skillet out and doing the cornstarch on the chicken, and then deep frying it that way, and then having fried chicken and potatoes and
out of the garden, fresh potatoes out of the garden.
Wasn't KFC, I mean, but it was darn good because it was the breading the way they
You knew
used to
what went
make
in
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah, we need to get back to that point.
Absolutely. Well, if we want to take advantage of any of the things you brought today, or inquire about the toothpaste that you're holding,
Yes,
any
this
other
stuff.
programs? I know you've got the other Chernot stuff.
Yeah.
In the store as well. Where do we find you? How do we come see you?
935 37th Avenue South in Moorhead, Suite 120 is what we're finally down to one side. So
Okay.
yep, closed up breeds, and now we're just occupying the one side. We're doing a little construction, so just beware.
All right.
There's some desks going on today.
And then I know, of course, Christine usually tags the coffee club in the videos. I know you've been doing some stuff recently with, is it makeup, what you can do with some of the olive oils with makeup and stuff?
I've been trying to post more because I feel like
You're very active on social media.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do more just because I feel like there's so much you can do with this product that people just really don't.
Yeah.
They don't know about. So sharing like all the things that I use it for. So yeah, the other night I got out of the shower, took off my eye makeup, hydrated my skin. You could use that again, like replacing a lip balm. Like there's so many things, like instead of carrying a, chemically induced lip balm around with you, you could just carry one of these little bottles of oil in your purse or in your car or whatever else, but use it for hydration on your hands, especially it's still pretty dry out. We're still in winter
time. I don't know, Bonnie, you might. I always get the edges of my fingers split or cracked.
Yes, you could just pour some of that olive oil that I gave you in that cup in there and hydrate your skin. It works like magic.
Try it.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's all
It's not going to hurt
plant-based.
you. Yeah, there's nothing to lose. Give it a whirl.
Exactly. So, and lately I've been helping a lot of people with a lot of people are coming in about cholesterol issues.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, I got my A1C down really well and the last yearly checkup, and then I got put on a statin because my cholesterol number was so.
I need to start doing the shots nightly.
Yeah.
I went down 7 points in 5 weeks. I did a little 5-week study last year on myself with 2 lipid panels back to back. And I recorded all of my intake for the shots, the nightly shots with the 2 tablespoons of oil and 2 tablespoons of vinegar.
Yeah.
I missed 3 nights because we were traveling on one weekend and I didn't bring stuff with. But out of those 5 weeks, only 3 nights missed, I dropped another 7 points from 78 to 71. And I periodically post my results so people can see like this stuff does actually work. But I think lately, like a lot of women have been coming in because statins, I've done some research on that too. They have massive side effects, especially for women, like joint pain that is severe. So I think there's a lot of people.
If you can take a natural route to try to avoid issues, why wouldn't you?
Exactly. And it's just, you got to be consistent with it. And it does take, some time to get back into a normal range, but that's better than just, popping a pill and thinking you're going to be on this pill now for till you die or what? Like what's the...
And like you said, side effects, whether you get headaches or you have strange aches and pains or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Absolutely.
even the cost factor of it, even
too.
if you don't get any side effects, some people have to pay out of pocket for these drugs. So save money on that and eat olive oil instead.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely come talk to you.
Sounds good.
So now, do we still call it Reese and Riley's?
Yes,
then?
we just
Riley?
kind of... Nope. It was Reese, Riley, and Reed.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
Reed's is closed. The event center is closed. I'm
Gotcha.
remodeling. Well, I will be remodeling the back area. We're going to add a little wine bar with the share plates menu. So very small scale. But you can come in. We'll have some little bistro tables. The front will still be the tasting room like you've seen, Ronnie.
Yeah.
You can still sample. We still have the grab and go meals. The only thing that's really changed is the massive amount of space that we had for like events. We're still doing offsite catering. We're just not doing on-site catering anymore. So decreased our footprint a little bit.
There you go. Well, Christine, again, have a great weekend, and thank you so much for always sharing your knowledge and your treats with us. Appreciate that. Reese and Riley's Olive Oil and Bistro Bar, Azul.